ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? We ready, been ready, I waited, my turn, on God, hell steady. I keep dropping back to back, I keep going if it let me. I've been sitting at the top, looking down at those who left me. Promise I'm not being petty, I'm the one they envy. Brody moving state to state, make $1 million out the semi. Plus I grinded from the start, I was stacking pennies. I might dip like Machiavelli, after the confetti. Who ready? We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? We ready? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who? Who ready? Who? We ready? Who?
Not number two. If I'm not the one, I'm uncomfortable. See the competition I've been running through. Leveled up, I only see him in my rear view. Switch. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Been ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Been ballin'. I'm winning, get buckets from the court side to the nosebleeds. Yeah, they love it. I'm winning, get buckets on the first in and the last out, see me coming. First take, I'm hotter than hot, hotter than some boiling water, I bubble the pot. Team full of ballers, baby, we winning a lot. I'm like Curry with the rock when I get to my spot. I'm tapping in, I'm passionate, this is what passion is. This here, nah, this is no accident. From the start to the finish, I'm cashing in. I am number one, not number two. If I'm not the one, I'm uncomfortable. See the competition I've been running through. Leveled up, I only see him in my rear view. Switch. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Been ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Been ballin'. I'm winning, get buckets from the court side to the nosebleeds. Yeah, they love it. I'm winning, get buckets from the first in and the last out, see me coming. Been poppin', Sports Center from a little I was watching. Spin a bag like I'm Rafa, call that top spin. How could I not win? This is top 10. From the bottom, gotta sit for how the top wins. I sit back, reflect, and do it again. Hardest milli is the first, now we got 10. Talking 10, 10, 10, 10 times 10 and again. I am number one, not number two. If I'm not the one, I'm uncomfortable. See the competition I've been running through. Leveled up, I only see him in my rear view. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Been ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Been ballin'. I'm winning, get buckets from the court side to the nosebleeds. Yeah, they love it. I'm winning, get buckets from the first in and the last out, see me coming.
What up, family? Welcome back to the channel. You already know it's your boy Moose Talks Hoops. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit the like button. You already know it's a lot of things in this world that cause, but hitting the like button ain't one of them.
Warning. Moose Talks Hoops is in the building.
Yes, sirski. Yes, sirski. It is I. It is really him. What up, family? What's going down with y'all, man? It's good to be back, man. Make sure y'all smashing that like button as soon as you come in, man. It's been a long time, family, but we back, and we back just in time for the 2025-2026 NBA season. Laker family, I hope y'all see this, and I hope y'all smash that like button and share the video. What's good, man? Who do we got in the chat? My brother, man. Salute. Go James, what's going on, my guy? How you feeling, man? It's good to be back. I'm gonna get into what I had going on and where I've been and what I've been going through. But we back for now, and not only are we back, the Lakers are back, the NBA is back, Luka's back, looking in great shape. He had the whole summer of body transformation, took care of any questions anybody in Laker land had for him after the end of last season, getting bounced out of the first round by the Minnesota Timberwolves after, you know what I mean, an emotional roller coaster of a season for not just Luka Dončić, but the entire Laker organization. Over the summer, you had the sale of the Lakers to new majority owner, Mark Walters, coming over from the Dodgers, and that big 10 billion, whatever you want to call it, whatever that number is. I'm not so sure it's that number, but I'm going to get into that another time. You know what I mean? You had question marks surrounding the one and only LeBron James going into year 23. Lakers don't offer him a contract extension. LeBron James had his agent, Rich Paul, CEO of Clutch Sports, come out and say LeBron James didn't want a contract extension, and he's headed into the final year of his contract. Could it be his last? Maybe. Could he go elsewhere? Maybe. I don't see it happening. A lot of questions around the Lakers. We found out a couple of days ago, Rob Pelinka hit JJ Redick with a contract extension just after his rookie season as a head coach. Won 50 games, led the Lakers to the playoffs. A lot of people, including me, think it was a disappointing year. You don't make it out of the first round. JJ Redick gets blessed with a contract extension. Austin Reaves heading into a big year, contract year. It's rumors out there he's looking at 30, 40 million. I love Austin Reaves, but do I think he's worth 30 or 40 million? He might be able to get Fred VanVleet money, but you gonna give 30 or 40 million to a guy that can't be your number one option? A lot of questions around the Lakers. Rui Hachimura, you going into a contract year. It's been talks about you being the tradable piece. Talks of Andrew Wiggins out there. Rui Hachimura, what you gonna do coming into this 2025-2026 season? And really for me, with Rui, it's all on the defensive end. If you look at the roster now for the Lakers, even with their new additions that we haven't touched on yet and that we will with Marcus Smart, Jake LaRavia, and of course Deandre Ayton, Rui Hachimura, you can have the biggest role on this team. You could be the biggest X factor on this team. And it starts with the defensive end. That's going to get you playing time. Are you going to be able to guard threes on the perimeter for this Lakers team? To get where they need to go, you're going to have to do that. Do I think he could do that? I don't think he could do that. I like Rui. I like Rui's game. But defensively, can you guard threes to let LeBron James guard fours? I don't know. We'll see, though. Y'all smash that like button, man. Get up in here, man. Appreciate y'all being here. A lot of new faces in Laker land. I mentioned their name. Former Defensive Player of the Year, Marcus Smart. Deandre Ayton, who himself believes that this is his last great opportunity to show who he is as an NBA player. Former number one overall pick. Things didn't end well in Phoenix. Had a great season for the Trailblazers and Chauncey Billups, but everybody forgot about him. You can tell DeAndre Ayton had that competitive itch. He wanted to get out of Portland. They couldn't work out a trade, so he approached the organization and said, hey, man, let's work on a buyout so I can hit free agency. And he chose the Lakers. And why not? If you look at the Lakers last year after the Anthony Davis, Luka Dončić trade, it was Jackson Hayes or bust. And come playoff time, Jackson Hayes was a bust, flat out. So you knew they needed to upgrade right there. They got DeAndre Ayton to come down to Lakerland. He slides into the starting center role. Big year for him. Big opportunity for him. You get to play with three good to great playmakers in LeBron James, Luka Dončić, and Austin Reaves. And can you make something shake the way you did in 2021 when you was on that roster that went to the NBA Finals in Phoenix with Chris Paul and Devin Booker? But we're going to get into all of that. We're going to watch some clips of Lakers media day today. A lot of questions still yet to be answered for this team. And I like what they got, man. I like Jake LaRavia. I think he's really, really, really slept on. And I feel like he's going to have a big year for the Lakers. I feel like Jake LaRavia is what the Lakers wish Dalton Connect would be from a defensive standpoint and from an offensive standpoint. Marcus Smart. The Lakers get lucky. Marcus Smart falls into their lap at a position of great, great need. Point of attack defender. You heard for years. The Lakers need a point of attack defender. They need somebody. Marcus Smart falls in their lap. He's had 2 years where he's gone from the Wizards and the Grizzlies with injuries on top of that. Now, can he get back to 80% of what he was when he won DPOY in Boston? I don't know. That's a big question mark. But he needs to. He needs to. If it's a championship year for the Lakers, Marcus Smart has got to be as close to what he was in Boston. Or else the Lakers don't have a chance to sniff a ring. Because as much as I love this move from Marcus Smart, it's him or bust when it comes to perimeter defense or point of attack defense. Look back on last season. You had a backcourt of Luka Dončić and Austin Reaves. Before that, you had a backcourt of D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reaves. And the Lakers' philosophy is AD's going to clean up all the mess for us when these guys get blown by. And when the defense on the perimeter breaks down, we got AD there. And how that worked out, Lakers were finishing in 7th place, 8th place, fighting for play-ins. So a lot of the Lakers' hopes really rest around their role players, guys like Marcus Smart, guys like Rui Hachimura. It's going to be interesting how the Lakers use Austin Reaves, Luka Dončić, and LeBron James, especially when it comes to playing off each other. I heard JJ Redick, we're going to get into all of that, talk about being around different coaches and learning different philosophies of how he's going to make it work for these guys. But we going to get into that, man. I was working today, so I didn't really get enough time to go over the Lakers media day for myself before I got on stream. But what the hell, we going to do it together, man. Let's get into it, man. Let's see what Luka Dončić has to say about this year.
Hey, Luka. Ready to go?
How are you guys?
Good. Good to see you.
I missed you guys.
It's very nice. Luka, asked Rob what he kind of picked up on going over to Poland to see a practice in a game, and JJ as well. And he said just it was the leadership qualities that you had for your national team. And kind of he's excited to have you come now into this setting with the Lakers. And just wonder now, with everything that happened this summer, the extension, you're here. How do you feel about that aspect of it, you know, being a leader of this team and how that impacts your outlook as you go forward?
Yeah, honestly, I think I had a great summer, starting even right after the season, starting my practices, starting my workouts, then obviously coming back here, signing the extension, having to go with the national team, and now I'm here. So it all starts again with fresh minds, so I'm very excited about it.
Let me know if y'all can hear the audio as well.
Luka, at the end of the season in Poland, you'd kind of said, this team didn't really have time to ever practice together. What are and the team was still pretty successful and won a lot of games. What are the ways you think this time in camp together, particularly with LeBron and with Austin, can the three of you guys optimize each other?
I think just, first of all, obviously talking about it, communicating is important. But then just, trying some stuff in practice. Obviously, we didn't have time last season to go through. And I think that's why preseason is very important for me, for the team, just to kind of, get to know everybody, what everybody likes. And just, in practice, you can make a lot of mistakes. So that's what practices are. So we're going to have a lot of practices. And I'm excited to figure out everybody.
Yeah, Luka, over here, Jim Hill, KCAL9 News, congratulations and welcome. As you sit here and look at everyone here today, how excited does this make you to see everyone here coming to hear what you have to say about the upcoming season and welcoming you to the Lakers?
Sorry, can you repeat? I can't hear you.
How excited are you to see all of us here?
Oh, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Are you guys?
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I can't wait to do interviews.
What is it about Los Angeles that has attracted you so much? Because, we know about the Lakers and everything, but, this is the city of stars and everything else, and championships are expected here.
What are you saying, like basketball-wise? Or
yes.
Basketball-wise? I mean, I'm just excited to play for the Lakers. I obviously said this is one of the best organizations in the world. Like I said, it's a fresh start for me, getting through whole preseason. I'm just excited to play for the Lakers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Luka, Brad Turner from the LA Times. What's your leadership style like, and how do you think that's going to work out with this team?
You say leadership?
What's your leadership style like, and how do you think that can work with this team?
I mean, like I said, when you get to the new team, in the middle of a season, it's kind of hard, to get everything together. But as I said before, preseason is going to help me a lot with leadership, getting to know the guys. So through the practice, me and JJ talk about it a lot. So we're just going to have to work it out.
Ticking to win with the LA Times also. Luka, speaking to the leadership, how much more comfortable are you being a vocal leader or something, stepping out of your leadership box a little bit now that you've been with this team and this organization for a few months?
Way more comfortable. Like I said before, coming into the new team, it's kind of hard, to get the leadership up. But that's what preseason is for. I had a great run with my national team. Kind of work on that leadership role. So I feel way more comfortable.
Luka, buenas tardes, buenos días. Bienvenido a una nueva temporada. Por fin vas a poder estar desde el principio con el equipo de los Lakers. ¿Cómo te sientes a este respecto?
Me siento muy bien. Tengo muchas ganas de empezar. Ya cuando acabó la temporada pasada, tenía muchas ganas de volver aquí, de empezar. Y me siento muy bien y muy preparado para esta temporada.
Luka, Kobe Price, to your left. Kobe Price, SoCal News Group. The last time we spoke with you in LA after you signed the extension, we asked you about the changes to your physique, the nutrition, the changes you made. Now that you were able to get on the court in Eurobasket, what differences did you feel physically in Eurobasket compared to how you ended last season with the Lakers?
I would just say probably way less tired, a little bit quicker, like I said. Obviously in Europe there's 40-minute game. In NBA is 48. But we play a lot of games in not so many days. So I think fatigue is the biggest thing for me right now.
Luka, Mark Medina, Athlon Sports and Sportskeeda. With all the moves that the front office made this offseason, what's your expectations on how your new teammates can help things easier for you on the court?
I mean, they can help a lot. I think we added some great pieces. Obviously, we have to go through preseason, but I'm very excited to play with those guys. With some guys I play against, it was hard. So I'm glad they're on my team now. So I'm very excited to get to know them, personally, and to play with them.
Hey, Luka, after the off season that you had, is this the best you've ever felt entering into a season?
Maybe yes, maybe no. I don't know yet, honestly. But I just know I'm very excited. I'm very ready, and this season should be fun for us.
Hey, Luka. In the games you played in last year, you guys won at a 52-win pace. You guys won 50 games with the number 3 seed. So obviously it was not the ending to the season that you wanted. But what do you feel like you guys showed that you can take moving forward in last season, especially between you, LeBron, and Austin?
I think we showed like we can play with anybody. I think we had that one stretch that I felt like we played the best basketball in the NBA. Obviously we had some new pieces to the team. So like I say, I'm very excited, and I think we can do some big things.
Hey, Luka, to your right here. Specifically on Deandre Ayton, just your thoughts on getting an opportunity to play with him, seeing how the playoffs obviously went through, just having a dependable big man, just your thoughts on pairing up with him.
Yeah, I was very excited when they told me, we were trying to get DA. Obviously, we entered the draft together. I know him for a long time, so I'm very excited to have him on my team.
Hi, Luka. Nikki K with Spectrum. A lot was made of your physical transformation during the offseason, but did you make any adjustments mentally, emotionally, when you think about your new home, your new team, now that you've had an offseason to settle in?
Obviously, it's way easier now. Obviously, I went through a lot last year, and it wasn't easy to adjust. So, like I said before, this is a fresh start, fresh mind for me. So, I'm in a better place for sure.
Luka, Maynor Castillo desde la cancha. Ya te preguntaban en inglés el tema del liderazgo, pero dime cuánto tiempo crees que te va a tomar para poder liderar a tus compañeros de equipo como lo hiciste en el Eurobasket con Eslovenia o como lo hacías con los Mavericks antes.
Bueno, la verdad que no sé, depende de todo, pero creo que mucho mejor que el año pasado. Creo que mentalmente estoy mucho mejor que el año pasado, así que no sé cuánto va a durar, pero creo que no mucho.
Luka, tengo 2 preguntas. Primero, ¿cómo resumes el off-season? ¿Cuáles fueron tus principales enfoques para llegar en la mejor forma a esta temporada? La mejor forma que
Hey, shout out to everybody that's pulling up, man. Tawan, Gant, Reed, Brandon, y'all in the building, man. Smash that like button and share the video, man. We here, man. We here. We ready for the 2025-2026 season, man. Lakers Media Day, man. A lot of questions to be answered. Luka continues this press conference, and we're going to be getting into a lot of the pressers today from Lakers Media Day. We're going to finish this one out. Just wanted to make sure I shout out my guys, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up and coming through and showing y'all support, man.
hiciste en el off-season para llegar a tu mejor forma esta temporada?
Bueno, trabajar bastante. Cuando acabó la temporada fui a entrenar inmediatamente. Tenía mucho tiempo para entrenar y bueno, eso.
Y una más, te vimos compartiendo con Anjay Kopitar, tu gran amigo, y varios jugadores de los LA Kings. ¿Cómo viviste ese encuentro y qué sentiste al conocer su decisión de retirarse?
Sí, la verdad que lo he visto. Creo que lleva unas 20 temporadas aquí. Es algo increíble. Es un buen amigo y le deseo lo mejor.
Greg Beacham with the AP. You only got 23 games in the regular season with LeBron together in the playoffs. Now that you're going to have a training camp, where specifically do you think you guys can improve as a partnership?
I think just, like I said before, going through practices, it's going to help us a lot. Me, LeBron, and AR, I think we're the leaders of this group, and like us communicating, us practicing some things on the floor will help us a lot.
Luka, what part of your game did you work on during the off season?
I didn't work on anything specific. I think for me, the most I learned is playing 5-on-5, 4-on-4, 3-on-3. But I didn't work on anything specific. Just getting better shape. That's about it.
Luka, sorry, over here again. The organization gave JJ a contract extension they announced it on Thursday. What was it like working with JJ Redick? And I guess, how do you feel about the stability here with your extension, the ownership thing having happened, the 3 to 5 year plan for this organization?
Yeah, I think the stability is amazing. It was great to work with JJ. Hopefully, we can work till the end of my career. I just love him as my coach. He will tell you anything. He will tell you if you did something wrong, if you did something good. So, just approach to the game with him, it's unbelievable. So I'm very excited that he's my coach.
No, there you have it, man. Luka Dončić today at Lakers pressers, man. Lakers media day, man. And it's a big year for the Lakers, man. And you guys might see it in the title, in the description. I feel like it's championship or bust for this group of Lakers. With the uncertainty going around about Austin Reaves and his contract, Rui Hachimura in the final year of his contract, LeBron James in year 23. I don't know if he plays. I don't know if he plays next year. Although I feel like he would have announced the farewell tour already. You know what I mean? I don't know if he plays next year. You don't know if Deandre Ayton balls out. You don't know if the Lakers keep him. He could price himself out of being a Laker. You don't know if Marcus Smart has a bounce back year. He could price himself out of being a Laker. So it's a championship or bust year for the Los Angeles Lakers, man. And the way JJ Redick came back looking from the offseason, he got a new gray patch in front of his hair. He looked like he'd have aged about 10 years over this summer. So that can either mean he's been working his ass off or he's stressed that this thing ain't going to work. But I'm optimistic, man. I like the role players they got. Jared Vanderbilt, coming into this year, Jared Vanderbilt is being slept on. And I know we always say that. Ever since Jared Vanderbilt has been a Laker, we've been waiting for him to get over foot injuries, get over another foot injury the following year. He's never really had a full off season to get better or to work on his game or to work on his body, pause. But I feel like this year could be that. I feel like there's less pressure on him. I feel like the pressure is more on Austin Reaves and Rui Hachimura this year, especially Rui. You heard Rob Pelinka say the other day when he announced JJ Redick's contract extension, they're going to give this group about 20 to 25 games to see where they at before they think about making moves. And I don't think he was referring to the group. I think he's referring to Rui Hachimura, man. And when you look at Rui Hachimura, on paper, physically, from what we've seen in spurts throughout his first few seasons as a Los Angeles Lakers, he should be better than what he's given. And I think that's why Washington gave up on him initially. They thought he was going to be further along. Coming out of college, coming out of Gonzaga, I thought Rui Hachimura was going to be, you know what I mean, a perennial 18-7, 18-8 type of guy. I thought that's what he was going to develop into. Now, he could still develop into that. Is it on this team? I don't know. But for the Lakers to have championship aspirations, Rui Hachimura is going to have to be a version of himself that we haven't seen yet. You know what I mean? We've seen glimpses of it in the Memphis series a couple of years back when he first got onto the Lakers. But outside of that, we haven't really seen it other than a game here, 2 games here, a week there, 5 games here. It's never been a consistent, even for per se, 3 months stretch of great basketball for Rui Hachimura, man. And that's the difference with a lot of these guys. It's the consistency. Can you do it day in and day out? Can you come in and average 14, 15? Can you guard your man? Can you not make boneheaded decisions throughout the game? And that's going to be the challenge for Rui Hachimura, man. Y'all smash that like button and share the video. Speaking of Rui Hachimura, man, we're going to get into what he thinks about this 2025-2026 season.
Hey, Rui.
Hey.
Rui, you've been here for a little while now, and so now that you kind of know how everything works, so what are you putting together about Luka's first full season, some of the new acquisitions like Deandre and Marcus Smart, how that impacts what they want you to do? What's kind of your state of Rui going into this season?
I mean, I just I just play my games. Whatever I've been doing it. Whatever the team's been asking for. Me and JJ had a conversation last week too. What he wants from me. I think it's been 3-4 years with this, with the Lakers, and I think every year we getting something. But I think this gonna be the year that we really have to lock in, and we just gotta make a run. I think for now we are healthy. We gotta keep we gotta stay healthy and all that. But I think with all that, we talk about a championship shape. This whole summer we talk about it. We've been getting on the gym. Not only the basketball, but the weight room, and then those kind of stuff. I think it's gonna help in the long run, especially in the long playoffs. So. I think we're ready for it, and just those new guys, I know it's different, there's a different vibes in here. They kind of looking around and they see the vibes, but yeah, I think they're gonna be fine, and we're gonna get it wrong, quick. I think easily, I think those guys, nice guys. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
Rui, I don't think it's a secret how comfortable you've become in Los Angeles. Have you had any extension conversations with the organization? And I guess as you head into this season, how do you view kind of your place in this organization's longer-term plans?
I mean, yeah, it's just, it's the business, business side of it. I know I can't really do anything about it. I just got to play my game. I just got to do whatever I need to do to help this team to win this year, even that, It's not going to be for me to kind of think about it, to do anything about it, because I can't do anything about it. It's out of my control. So I think I'll just do whatever I need to do to help this team to win, and whatever that comes after, it comes with it. So I'm not gonna just focus on only that or the contract or whatever for me. Yeah. Hey, Luka, my captain.
Rui, just Brad from the LA Times.
You good?
What's it been like playing with LeBron James, and what have you learned from him that has helped you with your game?
Yeah, it's work ethic. He loved this game. It's all about this game, basketball, taking care of his body, just the little stuff. Watching him, just off the court, on the court, during the meetings, hanging out, whatever, going to dinner. Just everything about game. He always thinking. He's a very smart guy. I respect him. About back in the day, when he got drafted or those kind of stuff, but. Yeah, he loved this game. He's still trying to figure it out. When everybody talk about retiring and all that, but he still want to keep going. I think. I think for him, I think he wants to win one more time. I think that's why he's here right now. So I think I have to be. Me as a team. We have to help there. I think his time gonna come soon. It's not gonna be 10 more years, everybody knows that. So, yeah, I think just being around with him, just learning about the game, the work ethic, taking care of his body it's been great. Yeah.
Tuning to win with the LA Times, Luka just walked by to go into a training camp and have that extra time to kind of build that chemistry with him and the rest of this team. How helpful will that be compared to last season when you had to kind of scramble a little bit in the mid-season after he came in?
Yeah, because last year we're still figuring out who's going to be the coaches. So, but yeah, this year I think we had the whole program of the building the chemistry with the team. I was in Greece with the Luka for a little bit. For Jordan, workshop or whatever. I was hanging out with him and we talk about it. How we going to be. This year. But I think we both excited for it. I think everybody's healthy. everybody's in the championship shape. Those gonna be help a lot, you know. So yeah, just building the chemistry. We be hanging out, you know. We been working out together as a team. We went this little stuff the whole summer with the team. So yeah, I was walking out with LeBron and all that. So yeah, I think our chemistry been great, and just gotta keep building that.
Rui, you mentioned having a conversation with JJ and talking through things. You mentioned championship shape. Making a run. You've talked about things as a team, but individually, what did JJ express or tell you that he's looking for from you this season?
I think he want to be more aggressive on both hands, you know, offensively, defensively, rebounding. You know, he thinks that sometimes I get shy, you know, off those kind of stuff. So I think for me, it's just being a mentality of being consistent, of being aggressive. You know, that's going to be my whole season, the key for me. So. Like you say, being in shape, it's gonna be the important, and but also I think the mentality-wise, you know, I gotta be locked in every game to, you know, do whatever I need to do for the team, and just be aggressive. That's gonna be my whole year goal.
Okay, Rui. Just the play off of that, the aggressiveness. Is that sometimes tough because you have guys like Luka, LeBron? I mean, where do you feel you could naturally be aggressive, and when do you kind of feel like, all right, I gotta play a little bit backseat because of certain players on the team?
No, for sure. I know I have to think about it because it's not my show, you know, it's their show, you know. So I'm just helping them. But I think for me, it's just but I think with this team, I need to be aggressive more. You know, that's why they ask me all the time. Especially in this long run, you know, and LeBron's 20, you know, this is his 23rd year, so you know he's not going to be able to do that whole time, you know. So when it happens, you know, I have to be the guy to kind of step up and cover the whole things. But I think me, as you know, this age and this career of my life, you know, I can be the guy that try to, you know, be aggressive the whole game, you know, offensively, defensively, consistently. So I think that's what they ask for. So I just gotta try to do that. Yeah.
Hey, Rui, over here. David from Clutch Points. LeBron was talking about how he put in a lot of work on his off-ball game, especially catch and shoot threes, you know, based on all the ball handlers you have. I think last year you were one of the tops on the teams in terms of points off cuts. Just kind of what work have you continued to put in your off-ball game based on, you know, the makeup of this roster?
Yeah, like you said, you know, it's of course Luka, Austin, and I think LeBron too. You know, they get a lot of attention. So for me, it's just an easy game for me. You know, it's because I'm most of the time wide open. So the threes, and they're always watching them. You know, so that's why I got all those back cuts. You know, I kind of figured it out throughout the season. But those are easy points for me, and it's not a set play or anything, you know. It's just I have to kind of read it, and so defense got to be always on the paying attention. So it's you know, we just have to help each other, you know, and those guys to, you know, easy to kind of attack to the rim, make the playmaking and all the stuff. And so yeah, it's just I think I watch a lot of film with that, you know, when to cut, not, or you know, just catch and shoot and all those kind of stuff. But it's all about timing and the chemistry. So I think we build in that, and then we just got to keep building that.
Rui, Minor Castillo desde la cancha. In this team, you have to be versatile in defense. You need to be big and small forwards. How did you prepare on the off-season to do that?
Just watch the film, watch the games, you know, those kind of stuff help me, you know, the mentally, you know, because I didn't have any games this year, whole summer, you know, I didn't have a national team or anything. So, you know, watching our games, and it kind of mentally kind of had to prepare, you know, when to this, like, you know, like you say, I have to go 1 to 5 sometimes. So, you know, just be ready for, you know, just guarding one, you know, point guard and a guarding center is different things. So I kind of switch my mind and say, you know, like when to help on the side, you know, who's going to be the help man, who's going to be this and that. So, yeah, watching film it kind of helped me. So yeah, I got to keep doing it.
Rui, there's been a lot of speculation about the starting lineup, and JJ was asked about it last week. He said he hasn't really thought about it. He feels like there's 7 to 8 guys on this team that could start. Do you have a preference whether you start or come off the bench, and how do you feel that potentially affects your role, if so?
I mean, it's coach's decision, you know. It's not my decision, but yeah, like you say, if I prefer, you know, whatever, you know, it's not really about, you know, who's starting or not, just, you know, the minutes, you know, who can be on the court longer, you know. So I think it's for me. It's just whatever the team needs to, me to do. I don't have that. It's just, but we've been building the chemistry. That I've been the starting five for 2-3 years, whatever. So, whatever they decide, whatever I have to do it. But yeah, it's just a matter of the chemistry. How we can build and we can be on the court together, and how we can give an impact.
八村選手、お疲れ様です。この夏は
And there you have Rui Hachimura, man. Big year for him, man. Big year, man. Shout out to everybody still in the chat, man. I know this was a late scheduled stream. You know what I mean? Especially after not being on here with you guys for a long time. But I appreciate you guys pulling up. I appreciate you guys smashing that like button, man. Shout out to you guys. Jimmy Woo, Final Boss, man. Bree Brandon, Tawan Gant, Go James. If y'all still in here, man, appreciate y'all sliding through, man. Rui Hachimura, man, there we have it on him.
八村選手、日本に行ってブラックサムライキャンプをやっ
having a big year. And Rui, man, Rui's really starting to piss me off, man, just after listening to that. He says the same thing every year. Every year he's been a Laker, he's been saying the same thing. You have to be aggressive. You're going to have to defend the 3, the 4, you know what I mean? Especially this season, you're going to really have to defend the 3. You know how to play. You know what you need to do on offense. Be aggressive, catch and shoot, drive to the basket, get cuts, backdoors, you know what I mean? Get fouled at the rim, get to the free throw line. Those are ways for you to get your points, man. And you a good 6'8", 6'9", 2, damn near 240, all muscle, pause, no diddy. Rui, man, the talent you have, the physical attributes that you have, man, you should be further along than where you are currently, man. And I'm a fan of Rui, but man, this year, just like Rob Pelinka said, the first 20 to 25 games, it's got to be put up or shut up for Rui Hachimura. And I mean that on a consistent level, man, especially with the roster that the Lakers have. And we'll get into the starting 5 and who y'all think the starting 5 should be and what the Lakers rotation should be at the start of the season. But Rui Hachimura, man, I still see you playing a big role with this team, bro. And like you said in this presser, like you said in previous media day interviews, it all starts with your mentality, man. It all starts with your aggressiveness, man. What are you going to be doing, man? Is you going to come in with the right mindset? Are you going to be paying attention to detail? A lot of times, especially in the playoffs, Rui Hachimura, you look like you don't know what you're supposed to be doing out there. You don't know what spots you're supposed to be in. And I've seen that far too many times in the postseason when it comes to you, quite honestly. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of talks, a lot of rumors out there, a lot of trades to be had. Talks of Andrew Wiggins. Will Miami want a Rui Hachimura, Dalton Connect package like that? Possibly getting Gabe Vincent back, or a package like Jared Vanderbilt and Rui Hachimura going to Miami for Andrew Wiggins. I don't know. We'll see how Miami season goes 25 games in and see if they want to shake things up, moving along and getting rid of Andrew Wiggins for Rui Hachimura, a package of Dalton Connect or Jared Vanderbilt, or however it works out. Dalton Connect, it's a big year for you too. You got a rookie, Adu Tiero, barking at your ankles. He's hoping and waiting to get a chance. The minutes that you were supposed to be penciled into this year, it looks like Jake LaRavia is going to be competing with you and possibly beating you out of those minutes. You know what I mean? With the addition of Marcus Smart, even though you guys have two totally different roles, I think that's going to bite into your minutes. So Dalton Connect, Rui Hachimura, you guys are on the time clock. And I don't gotta be in the Lakers front office to see that. Just from a production standpoint and a logistics standpoint, Rui Hachimura, Dalton Connect, You guys are on a 20 game to 25 game timeline for this to work and for you guys to carve out a role and be contributors to this Lakers squad, man. But enough about those guys, man. Let's go into King James, man, year 23. A lot of speculation over the offseason for one LeBron James. Did he want a contract extension? Did he not want a contract extension? Did the Lakers offer one? Rich Paul, cryptic statement during the summer. A lot of things going on, man. A lot of things going on. A lot of people wanting to stir up the pot with LeBron James, man. Me personally, LeBron James, 41 years old, going on 41 years old, year 23. You got Luka Dončić in LA. You live in LA. Boys is out the house. Ronnie on the squad with you. Bryce down there at University of Arizona. I don't think LeBron James wants to leave Los Angeles, bro. But we're going to hear from the GOAT himself, man.
Hey, LeBron.
What's going on?
So coming off an All-NBA season, right, kind of completely unprecedented to be either asked or thinking about retirement, the word, how you go into a season. These two things have never happened. There's never been a year 23 player. How do you square all that? Still playing at this level, but closer to the end than the beginning.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm excited about today. I'm excited about the opportunity to be able to play the game that I love for another season. And whatever the journey, however the journey, lays out this year, I'm just like super invested because like you just said, I don't know when the end is, but I know it's a lot sooner than later. So, being super appreciative of the fact that I could come up here, do another media day and talk to you guys and do all this stuff around here. So just excited about the journey and whatever, this year has in store for me.
LeBron, along those lines, you've said a version of that in this room a couple of times where, you don't really know what's going to come next. You don't know when you're going to feel that it's been enough. What are the things that are still pushing you to keep doing this? And does it feel closer? Or does it sort of feel like the same feeling as when you enter year 22 and year 21? Yeah, I mean, the things that still push me is the fact that the love of the game is still high. The love of the process is even higher. So that's what continues to push me to play this game. I mean, it's really that's simple. Me training and working on my body and trying to get my body as close to 100% as possible every year is something that's like it's a beautiful thing for me, and just continue to challenge and see how well I can, push myself to, play the game at a high level, recover at a high level, be able to sleep better, mentally prepare, try to stay sharp throughout the course of a long season. And just like the roller coaster of an NBA season, that's all like gratifying towards me, to me, no matter the good, the bad, the ugly. Like I love that process. So I think it's a bigger, so much that goes into it, more than just, picking up a basketball and shooting it at the rim.
LeBron, Brad Turner from the LA Times.
How you doing, Brad? Nice to meet you.
Back again. How much does having a young partner like Luka weigh in your decision and your future going forward?
Say it again?
How much does having a young partner like Luka, a savant basketball player, how much will that weigh into your decision as you go forward with this season?
As far as how long I go in my career?
How long you can in your career, right?
Zero. The motivation to be able to play alongside him every night, that's super motivating. That's what I'm going to train my body for, every night that I go out there and try to be the best player I can for him. And we're going to bounce that off one another. But as far as me weighing in on, him and some of my other teammates of how far I go in my career now, it would be literally my decision along with my wife.
Now, chat, tell me if I'm tripping, man. Pause. But LeBron James looked like he aged a lot over this particular summer. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Bro, you look like you aged about 2-3 years over this summer, man. That's just my opinion, bro. I don't know if you just woke up before you did this. I don't know if you just got the puffy, sleepy face. But LeBron James, man, you starting to look like you mid-40s, man. I ain't even gonna lie, bro.
And, two of my boys are already gone. Well, shit, one of them is somewhere around here. Yeah, Bryce is down there in Tucson, so he's out the house. So it'll be a decision between, me, my wife, and my daughter. Like, that's not even, it won't be, hey, having a meeting with my teammates. It won't be that.
Tukney to win. Oh, okay, hi. Tukney to win with the LA Times. Speaking to those teammates this year, what were some of your initial reactions to adding someone like Marcus, adding someone like Deandre to this team this year?
Yeah, and Jake. Just adding, those three guys. Competing against those guys for years, and obviously we know, the matchups that I had with Marcus over the years, especially when we was in the Eastern Conference, him in Boston, me in Cleveland, and just all those matchups that we had. Happy to have him. I know what he brings to the game. I know, that team is first, second, third, fourth, fifth when it comes to Marcus Smart. Adding a big guy like DA, his skill set is very high. His athleticism is high. And so I think he adds another dynamic to our team along with Jackson. That'd be a great 1-2 punch at our center position. And then adding a wing like Jake, a big wing who can shoot the ball, can handle the ball, but his toughness, sneaky athletic as well. It's going to be great for our ball club, and I'm just looking forward to seeing how it comes together. And the best thing about it, we have a full year starting off at training camp. I think that's going to be very good for our ball club. Going into this year.
Kobe Price, SoCal News Group. When we spoke with JJ on Thursday, he was asked about you, Luka, and Austin. The chemistry working together. He mentioned a meeting he had with Sean McVay. He mentioned utility plays as a takeaway from the conversation, plays where you guys can all be involved together. What can a preseason and training camp do for the chemistry for you guys, and where's the excitement level of you guys, I guess, furthering that chemistry, furthering development?
No, I just think it's about time. The more and more time that we're together, the better we're going to be. And I think just having it start from day one. Obviously, us grabbing Luka, whenever that time period was, it took us all, time to transition into how we wanted to play as a team, as individuals, whatever the case may be. But, having day one, and the coaching staff having another year under their belt on how we all can complement each other, play with our strengths, play to the team, and be able to, not, be looking to see who can make the play, but all of us figuring out how we can make plays together, and I think it's going to be beneficial to us having that chemistry from day one, which we will have because of how we was able to finish the season off last year.
LeBron over here, Jim Hill, KCAL9 News to your right.
Jim, what's up?
Good to see you. How you doing? Good luck this year.
No, thank you.
Where and how did you develop the passion that you have? And you mentioned that word before several times.
Yeah.
Where and how did you develop a passion that you have for this game?
Well, it started when I was super duper young, and it literally got me out of the situation I was in, meaning like sports has done so much for all of us, obviously, but I can speak to me as a 8-year-old kid to be put into sports and get out of the inner city and get out of the ghetto at the time. It gave me I could get away from reality for 2, 3, 4 hours, being on a basketball court as an 8-year-old kid and running around and enjoying it with, guys that I just met, or being on a football field and being able to just feel the breeze of, the air and being able to have competition and maybe even letting some anger out on the football field because of what you got going on, in your regular life. So I think the passion kind of started there. And then when you put in the work and you start seeing the results of things happen, I think that also creates it more and more and more over the years. And I think it just stuck with me. I've always wanted to be, I guess when I decided that I wanted to make this basketball thing real, and I figured out that I had a lot of talent. I figured out I had the demeanor and the passion for it. I was like, I just want to put everything into it to try to be the greatest that I can possibly be for me. And I think it all just tied in, over the course of the years.
LeBron, last season at this time, you were talking about how the Olympics opened up a memory of competing at a certain level. Was there something this offseason that maybe gave you a similar reflection or opened up another revelation about this next chapter for you?
I think the chapter of just competition and how hard it is to prepare for a season. If you look at the landscape of our off season in our league, you can see some of the acquisitions that's happened all over our league, and especially in the Western Conference. The Western Conference is super tough, super competitive, and and that's great. I mean, we wouldn't want it any other way to be able to go out and compete versus some of the best teams, best clubs, best personnel that you have every single night, and understand like what you're playing for. So. Yeah, I mean, I watched a lot of the EuroBasket, games this off. Obviously, a lot reason was because Luka was playing. I was seeing what he was doing with Slovenia and things of that nature. But just the love of the game and the passion for it just gets me excited.
LeBron, when you opted into your contract this year, your agent released a statement saying that you were looking to compete for championships, evaluating the roster, stuff like that. The competitive level. It sounds like you feel pretty good about it, but is that the case, that you feel pretty good about the way the roster's shaped up this year?
Yeah, I'm excited about getting to work, and I'm excited about to see what we can do.
Hey, Bron. A couple of years ago, you said you enter every single season with something to prove. Presumably, last season it was playing alongside Bronny. What do you want to prove this season, and is there a chance that you would hold on to play alongside Bryce?
As far as prove, I just think for me personally, just trying to go out there and just be the best player I can be every night, both as far as my game, but also just mentally, just staying present and things of that nature, like. Knowing that the end is soon, not taking for granted, Tuesday night in the city that maybe I don't want to be in that night. But, seriously, let's lock in, and because you don't know how many times you get the opportunity to play the game, or to be able to compete. So, there's times where you wake up and you just feel like you just don't have it, So those will be the days where I know I can lock back in real fast, like, okay, well, you won't have many days like this, so let's lock in and enjoy the moment, enjoy the rest of the ride. So that's the exciting thing about it, and understanding how present I can be and how present I will be. I'm not sitting here. No, I'm not waiting on Bryce. No, I don't know what his timeline is. He's his own young man now. Like, he's down in Tucson. We'll see what happens this year, next year, but he has his own timeline. I got my timeline, and I don't know if they quite match up, but we'll see.
Hey, LeBron. It feels like over here. Sorry, it's right.
Yeah.
Hey, it feels like so much of the discourse about you heading into this season, and also even to a degree heading into last season, was about your age and about people's sort of expectations, or what someone could hypothetically do at that age. And it does sort of feel like that discourse is a little bit divorced from the actual product you put on the floor last year and the level that you're still playing at. I'm wondering what that experience is like for you, hearing that discourse and knowing, I guess, how much you still have shown you have left in the tank.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool to I don't know, just to know how many miles I got as far as this game in my 22 years, now starting 23 years, and to still be able to play at a high level, to still be able to go out there and can make plays and be respectful on the floor. It takes. I mean, it's just super humbling and gratifying for me personally. I love to play the game, and I love to play at a high level. And for me, age is kind of just a number, but it is reality too, though. I mean, you look at the history of the game, it's not been many guys at my age, or especially going in the year 23, that's been able to play at a level like that. And I'll just try to not take it for granted and just try to give the game as much as I can, inspire whoever I can, the younger generation, my generation, the generation after me, the generation to come, and just I think you are of age which you, I guess, tell your mind you are. And I'm around a lot of young guys. I'm around a 10-year-old daughter who's running through the house all day, every day, screaming. I got an 18-year-old son who's in Tucson. He see him on TikTok dancing with his mom and his sister. And my 20-year-old is right over there, turning 21 in a week. How could I not feel young? And then, I mean, my wife is beautiful. I look good. I mean, I look at my age as like the wine that I drink. The older wine I drink, the better it is. What's up, BT? So I feel great. I mean, I don't know. I sleep well, I guess.
Bron, In previous media days, you've said that there's always like one skill or thing that you focus on trying to improve over the summer. What was your focus this?
My golf swing. That's the one skill I was trying to improve this summer.
Look better.
I don't know. Probably I spent a lot of time on my catch and shoot, 3-pointers. I've probably seen a couple of videos, either me reposting, me working out with Chris Johnson, during my summer workouts. Understanding like how can I make the most of when I don't have the ball, either moving into space. Obviously Luka and AR going to do a lot of time of handling the ball. We got Marcus Smart now who's going to handle the ball. Gabe, Bronny, when he gets his opportunity to handle the ball. We have a lot of guys that can handle the ball. So how can I still be effective, on a team where I don't have to handle the ball as much? I'll handle the ball as well, but I guess I just did a lot of everything, but I did shoot a lot more catch and shoot threes, just wanting to be ready. So, my OG, Otis Carter, always told me if you stay ready, you never got to get ready, and it's literally that simple. So that's what I try to do this summer. All right, appreciate it, guys.
And that's LeBron James, man, heading into year 23. You heard him say one of the things he worked on this offseason was off ball. You got a lot of ball handlers on this team. Pause. But you got a lot of ball handlers on this team. Luka Dončić, Austin Reaves. The ball's going to be in their hands. And if I'm LeBron James, I want the ball in Luka's hands. I want the ball in Austin Reaves' hands. Let me get some mismatches. Let me work down in the post. Let me come off some cuts. Let me play pick and roll with me being the roll guy. You know what I mean? He's worked on his jumper. His jumper and his 3-point shot has been a lot better over the last 3-4 seasons. Let me play pick and pop. Let me do pick and roll, where you could still be a facilitator with the ball in your hands, on the roll, where you can get guys open shots like a Rui Hachimura, like a Jake LaRavia when he's in the game, like a Gabe Vincent, like a Austin Reaves. You can get those guys open shots. And for real, usage-wise, I would think it would be wise for the Lakers to load manage. And I don't mean missing games. I mean getting the ball out of his hands, less wear and tear, bringing the ball up, being the primary ball handler, being the primary facilitator. That's going to take a lot out of LeBron James being in year 23. I don't care how great a shape he's in. 41 is 41. 23 years of regular season, playoff, and NBA Finals basketball has its effects on you. You guys heard me earlier in that LeBron James soundbite. Just looking at him, he looks like he's aged in the face over the summer. So if you're LeBron James, pace yourself. You know what I mean? If LeBron James winds up averaging 19, 20 points a game with 8 rebounds, 8 assists, I'm not mad at that. That's still spectacular. You know what I mean? And this team could still get to where they want to get to, which is the NBA Finals, in a Western Conference that's packed, loaded, but there's question marks all around still. The Rockets got question marks, even with them adding Kevin Durant. You got Fred VanVleet, who's out for the year. The Clippers are always a question mark. The OKC Thunder, great team, great championship team now. So we got to put respect on their name. Great young coach. They damn near have everybody coming back. The Minnesota Timberwolves. Ant-Man is going to be a lot better. They hold on to Julius Randle. You still got guys like Jaden McDaniels, role players like Dante DiVincenzo. You still got them. Rudy Gobert, you still got them. So the T-Wolves still going to be there. The West is stacked again. You know what I mean? And I like the addition of Deandre Ayton. I love the addition of Marcus Smart. Do you know what I mean? Austin Reaves is going to have to step up. He's going to have to be stronger, play stronger. Rui Hachimura, we touched on him. You know what I mean? Jared Vanderbilt, Jake LaRavia, all these guys are going to have to contribute. LeBron James, I don't feel like he has to put all the stress and all the pressure on his broad shoulders, to carry the team to the promised land. Luka Dončić, he done whipped himself into shape. Let's see if it lasts throughout the season. You know what I mean? It don't matter. I understand. I respected Luka Dončić. I love what you did in the offseason. You know what I mean? You was the butt of a lot of people's jokes. You got kicked out of Dallas for all incentive purposes, which you didn't want to leave Dallas. And I feel like all of that whipped you into shape. Now, that wasn't the challenge for me for Luka Dončić. The challenge is, can you keep that same consistency? Can you keep that same work ethic in the kitchen outside of the basketball court throughout 82 games? Where you're going to be on the road, where you're going to be flying into cities late night, where you're going to be wanting to hit the restaurant, or where you're going to be wanting to drink something, or when you're going to want to hit the double apple mint hookah, like Luka Dončić does. The discipline that you show throughout the year on off days, road trips, long road trips, eating out, eating late, eating whatever the hell you want, guzzling down a 12-pack of beer, a 6-pack of beer. That's what it's going to come down to, man. You know what I mean? Keeping that work ethic. JJ Redick, Rob Pelinka, everybody talked about championship shape for these Los Angeles Lakers. Everybody sounds good on media day, but that's media day for all 30 teams in the NBA. Everybody has high hopes on media day, but can you keep the consistency? Can you keep the discipline for 82 games and beyond, especially with the championship aspirations that they have? Is it championship or bust for the Lakers? I think so, but I'm going to put the ball in y'all's court. Y'all jump in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Everybody that tuned in to the stream, I appreciate you being here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. This was a last-minute stream after not being online with you guys for a long time. But the season's about to start. We're about to keep the consistency, and we're about to keep the discipline. I got a lot of things going on outside the YouTube world, but no excuses. Got to keep the consistency and the discipline, and we're going to be rocking out here with you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Is it championship or bust for the Los Angeles Lakers? Who is the starting five going to be? What rotational pieces need to be in JJ Redick's rotation? And is there still a move out there for the Lakers to make to win a championship, man? Y'all smash that like button, share the video. Membership link is in the description. Cash App is in the chat. Make sure y'all tap it. Y'all know what to do. It's your boy Moose Talks Hoops, and I'm up out of here for now, man. Peace and love, family.
I am number one, not number two. If I'm not the one, I'm uncomfortable. See the competition I've been running through. Leveled up, I only see them in my rear view. Yeah, I'm ballin', yeah, I'm ballin', been ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin', yeah, I'm ballin', been ballin'. I'm winning, get buckets from the court side to the nosebleeds, yeah, they love it. I'm winning, get buckets on the first in and the last out, see me coming. First take, I'm hotter than hot. Hotter than some boiling water, I bubble the pot. Team full of ballers, baby, we winning a lot. I'm like Curry with the rock when I get to my spot. I'm tapping in, I'm passionate. This is what passion is. This here, nah, this is no accident. From the start to the finish, I'm cashing in. I am number one, not number two. If I'm not the one, I'm uncomfortable. See the competition I've been running through. Leveled up, I only see them in my rear view. Yeah, I'm ballin', yeah, I'm ballin', been ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin', yeah, I'm ballin', been ballin'. I'm winning, get buckets from the court side to the nosebleeds, coming. Been poppin', Sports Center from a little I was watching. Spin a bag like I'm Rafa, call that top spin. How could I not win? This is top 10. From the bottom, gotta sniff out the top wins. I sit back, reflect, and do it again. Hardest milli is the first, now we got 10. Talking 10, 10, 10, 10 times 10 and again. I am number one, not number two. If I'm not the one, I'm uncomfortable. See the competition I've been running through. Leveled up, I only see him in my rear view. Yeah, I'm ballin', yeah, I'm ballin', been ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin', yeah, I'm ballin', been ballin'. I'm winning, get buckets from the court side to the nosebleeds, yeah, they love it. I'm winning, get buckets from the first in and the last down, see me coming.